How's it going, guys, and welcome back to Subs and Dubs Reviews. And today on the show, you voted, I listened, and here's your review. Well, right off the bat, what really catches your eye about this figure is its pink paint scheme. It's completely different from everything that they've released in the past, and it's a welcome change. As someone who's been very vocal about my dislike for the Mari character, it doesn't mean that I can't enjoy the design of the Eva itself. I think the bright color scheme does a great job making this figure look new and interesting, because that's what they are. They're very different, and they did a really good job showing you why they're going to be different than the Evas that we're used to. As far as the aesthetics go, the new angular design gives us a new look in comparison to the 4 other Real Action Heroes Evangelion figures they've released in the past. It's a nice departure from what we're all used to seeing, and I'm happy to say the figure looks as good in person. But with that said, it's time to get into a few of these negatives. The quality. I keep asking myself this question every time I pick up this figure. Dollars and cents, does it add up? And it does, at least in, well, one respect. The pink paint coating is applied very well, only with one minor issue that I could really find, and that was being extremely harsh with the figure. As for the other colors, this is where we're going to run into some problems. Once you see how pretty the pink is in comparison to all the other figures, you start to wonder, is this all that they put their work into? Because the more I look at the supporting palette, the more I'm sincerely disappointed. On the hard plastic, there's a lot of runny lines and blotches where it just wasn't applied correctly. And where the white and green meet and black as well, it just looks sloppy. On the arms, the paint as well looks sloppy in comparison to the other Evas that they've put out in the past. And for something that's this price, I'm sure most people are really looking for something that's a really high quality. And it's mostly odd considering that the Unit 1 and Unit 0 figures look amazing. As far as articulation goes, as you would expect from any figure that has that prestigious Medicom Real Action Heroes stamp on it, this figure has some incredibly well balanced joints. And I'd go as far to say I've never really had a figure that's on par with the Real Action Heroes line, and this figure is no different. Aside from the standard joints, I have a few issues here as well. Very minor though. The knee pylon doesn't move in comparison to the Unit 1, Unit 0, Unit 2, and the Unit 1 Awakened version. And as well, these gauntlets on the hands, they are free floating. So if you, like me, accidentally pull the whole gauntlet off, and trust me, that's not an easy thing to put back on. As far as extras go, here is a category where this figure falls completely flat. And I'm really sad that I have to say it. It comes with the standard hand exchanges and a pistol. And that's it. That's literally all this came with. And I feel like they missed a huge opportunity as someone who owns the Reveltech Eva Unit 08 figure, because that figure came with the shield and the sniper rifle, and this just came with the pistol, and it was 8 times more expensive. I mean, I personally would have paid an extra $40 to $60 on top of the retail price if they had included the sniper rifle and the shield that they show off multiple times in the show. I just feel like they missed a huge opportunity on selling the audience on this new set of Eva units, because even the Unit 2 Dash comes with a few extras, way more in comparison than this one does. The Unit 1, 2, and 0 all came with entry plugs, they came with progressive knives, and a weapon. So on to some final thoughts. Overall, this is the absolute worst entry into the Real Action Heroes Evangelion collection. With that said, I think it's a phenomenal Real Action Heroes figure. I've been very vocal about the fact that I think the Eva units are much higher quality and the articulation is much higher quality than what you get with a standard Real Action Heroes figure, let's say Major Kusanagi, who is really not as posable as I was hoping. And in comparison to the other Real Action Heroes figures, I would say it stands just as strong as your standard Real Action Heroes figure. But the real question is this figure worth buying? Unfortunately, no. At 250,000 yen, about the $250 mark, this is a bad investment for anyone that's other than a collector like myself. Luckily, this figure just happens to be on sale at places like HobbyLink Japan and AmiAmi.com for between 30 and 45% off, because it didn't sell very well. Mostly because it came with such little things and most people don't really care for the Mari character. But after spending a good month with the figure, and this is one of the reasons I delayed the review on purpose, I really like it. I can honestly say I'm glad I own it, and I'm glad I spent the money on it, and it looks awesome next to my other Real Action Heroes Evangelion figures. For me, I'm happy with it. I did get it at 45% off, so I don't really have much room to complain about the price in comparison to what I got. And the Eva Unit 08B gets a 3 out of 5. I hope you all enjoyed this review. I know it's been more negative than most people were probably anticipating for this, but that's just my experience with the figure. I hope to see all of you guys back soon, as I have like way more content coming out. I've been really dry, but thanks for tuning in, and until next time, you guys.